Nerimon, Alex Day on YouTube, does this yearly YouTube survey thing. For 2013, he had 5 questions for YouTubers to respond to, and I'm going to give that a shot from in front of this stained glass wall thing here that's right near where I live, because I get to have that apparently. So the first question is, what is your greatest fear? And for me, my literal greatest fear is probably a fear of heights or falling from them. On a larger scale, my greatest fear is to leave this world without having left some sort of lasting positive mark in it. I'm trying to combat that fear by making stuff. Maybe by making some good art. Sunlight's already fading. Uh-oh. How did you find out that Santa Claus was not real? I was not yet 10 years old. On a night right before Christmas, as usual, I was left unattended to my own devices. So I was exploring the garage where we had lots of stuff stored up. We had more crates and boxes in there than you could imagine, so there was no way a car could fit in. And on top of all the crates and boxes and furniture, there were these tarps covering everything. Well, this day before Christmas, I decided to explore that pile for whatever reason, and in the pile I discovered some presents labeled for me and my sister from Santa Claus, many days before Christmas. That is when I decided that there was no Santa Claus, discovered it on my own. But that's okay, because I grew up to take on my own Christmas traditions. Like every Christmas Eve, I drive around to my local friends, the people who have mattered to me this past year, and I try to give them presents and cards. I'm like Santa Paul. I make my own happiness for Christmas because it wasn't there for me. What's the best idea you've ever had? On a personal level, probably all of my last 5 girlfriends. At least one of them pursued me, but each time we got together and I committed myself to that relationship, and I said, yes, I am in this. Each one of those was the best idea I'd ever had. On a larger scale, probably the best ideas I've ever had are either playing Santa Paul every Christmas Eve, that's a pretty good idea, it affects lots of people, or making these YouTube shows. Either my personal daily vlog or my sex, dating, and relationships show. One of those, hopefully, cross my fingers, is a really good idea. We'll see. What's the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? When I was a kid at Seoul American Elementary School in South Korea, my class, for whatever reason, went on a field trip to some sort of Korean culture amusement park thing, and my mother was a chaperone. It was a long day going through the park, and near the end we were all pretty tired. As we were approaching the exit, my mom wanted to go to the bathroom. I did not need to go to the bathroom, so I sat on the stairs outside of the restroom building as she went inside. Mere moments after I sat down, I heard yelling and screaming and panic, and I jumped up to see my mother running out of the men's room. Looking back on it now, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. It seems like it's just funny. But as a kid, I was dead. I think I remember yelling something like, "You saw all of their pee-pees," or something stupid like that at her when she came out of the men's room. I was a horrible kid. If you're only allowed to pick one career to have for the rest of your life, what would it be? Once upon a time, you'd pick a career and you'd just stick with it until you died or retired. You might get promotions and climb up like a career ladder, a professional ladder, but that would be it. These days, because of cheap internet and cheap equipment, you can make stuff and create a career for yourself out of all of this stuff that just didn't exist before. I hope that I can do this, make stuff for the rest of my life, whether that is videos or blogs or actually write stories or make music, communicate and connect with people in some fashion, whatever it is. I hope that's what I get to do for the rest of my life. How awesome would that be? This isn't really a tagging meme. The YouTube 2013 survey is just, I think, for any YouTubers who want to do it. But I'm going to tag some people anyway, because I can do that. So, the first time I'm tagging anybody on YouTube, I'm going to tag Taylor Brogan, Anna Fruin, and I'm going to tag Rebecca Brightly. You 3 can answer the 5 questions of the 2013 survey, and I can't wait to see what you say.